Team Boom done. Boom done. We're ready to go. This is our robot. We're really ready and proud to tell you about all the features on our great robot in 3 days. You start from the ground up. What kind of a drive system do we have? We've got mecanum wheels. This year we decided we wanted that mobility was more important than a winning and pushing match. We got the grippiest wheels we could use. We're using the Vex 6-inch wheels on that. We then have a gear stage going to drive. Each one of them is driven through a simple box and a sim and a mini sim on each wheel. So we've got 8 wheels, count them, 8 motors driving. We have the chassis. The chassis is not a kit chassis. Kit chassis are great, but we felt we could do better even in 3 days. And so we went with a custom-made chassis. They're not that hard, very simple and light. But then we go into the bumper. The bumper is part of the robot. This bumper is giving the structure of the robot so that it can actually take the loads that are involved. We don't run this robot. We don't even put it on the ground without the bumper attached. It's one of the things that gives us the strength. It's free weight, guys. Bumpers don't count in 120 pounds. You'll need it. Going there from the ground up, the next part is El Toro, our ball collector. It's not powered, it sits in here. When the ball is in, it's out here. We drive these, it falls. It just falls. No power on that. Each of the horns of the bull are spinning. It sucks the ball up. It goes into our catapult system. Catapult system is used, it's motor driven, first of all, so that we can do hard shots, we can do soft shots, we can adjust the angle of when we shoot and where we shoot. It's driven by 2 sims. So they're right here and here. There's a belt drive on the first stage. We go hard against the stop in some cases, and we didn't want to have all that momentum of the armatures of the motor go into our mechanism and break chain, which you can do. So it's driven by green cord. Green is a hex shaft that's driven a chain. So we drive each side. By driving each side through this hex shaft, it keeps them level so we can fling nice and even. It's a simple pivot, dead axle up here, live axle, sim, 2-stage. The next thing on our tour of our robot that I want to talk about are sensors. Each one of the simple boxes has a sensor on it. We haven't had time to implement it yet, but they're there and they're plumbed and can be put into software to help. We have a sharp range sensor that can tell ball position, so we only fire when we know we have a ball. But that has not been implemented also, but we have them, we've used them, we just didn't get it implemented in the time frame. That's on there. Other sensors, we have a pot back here that's telling the position of the arm. By knowing the position of the arm, we're able to get ready to throw, do a simple throw, do a little bounce pass, those kinds of things. So knowing the position of the arm is really useful, and we can know that. So those are all the sort of standard sensors that we have on our robot. The waveguide, think megaphone, sitting on the front of our robot that guides it in and filters some, and then we bring that in. That signal goes into an Arduino, and we filter it digitally inside of the Arduino, and we serially output to this really, really cool display. So we can see the range from a distance. We can tell how far we are. We're going to be releasing the software for the Arduino, as well as our own software for the robot. But the software for the Arduino, the schematics, we did our own board, as you know, who've been following, but you don't have to do your own board. This is a thing where you could put it through a perf board, it's all through hole, and you could solder it yourself, even when you're tired. Awesome display. It does 2 things for us. It displays a countdown from 140 seconds at the beginning of the match, so you can be watching your robot and know how much time is left. You don't lose track of time. The next sensor we have on it, we've used the axis camera and the active lighting. So we have active lighting right next to the lens. And using the active lighting and the image collection, we send it back over to RoboRealm. RoboRealm does its magic and finds those blobs so we can know distance and whether or not the goal is hot. We can use that information and send it then back to the C-Rio that can act on it. There's a lot more that I'd love to tell you about and a lot more we can do. We still have 6 weeks where we can improve it before shipping. Boom, done.